So, welcome to the fifth part of my replay of Xenoblade X. As I said previously, at the end of the last part. I'm going to do chapter 4 here, so I'm going to get straight into that. I need to ditch a member of my team to bring in Elmer. I will drop Arena for now, and then accept the mission. So, chapter 4, the Ganglion Menace.
What should I whip up today?
So we have to pick something for her to cook, and I'm going to say something fried.
That is a great idea.
Doesn't matter what you pick, it just determines what joke you're about to see.
Lindley, what is Lindley making?
Fried chicken. We're out of meat, so we'll need something that tastes like chicken. Or should I say someone who tastes like chicken?
What? Tatsu not taste like chicken. Tatsu tastes like poop and poison. Tatsu tastes like poison poop.
Wait, I just remembered. We have plenty of chicken.
Hey, Lindley did that on purpose. Lindley is cruel and mean.
So the eating Tatsu jokes, they don't stop, and they are just this lame, I'm afraid. It's one of the weaker points of the game that those keep happening.
Man, oh man, delicious. Lucky thing I happen to be in the neighborhood.
Unfortunately, for most of the story chapters, only
Oh,
Lynn, Elmer, and your character are scripted. Well, to be honest, mostly just Lynn and Elmer, and so your own character stands around as sort of a choice when you're looked at, and then anyone else with you, so in this case Gwyn, just sort of stands awkwardly in the corner.
looks like a piece of the life hold.
So I get referred to as Rook. So obviously they can't have my name scripted because I could input anything I wanted. Rook, short for rookie.
Oh, friends mean Nightglow Woods.
Is that what the Nopon call it?
So anyway, we're going to get sent to Noctilum, which the Nopon refer to as Nightglow Woods,
Well, that
because we picked up a signal that could be the life hold.
Woods isn't?
Moving on.
Right, sorry.
According to the Pathfinder's report, there's a large number of indigents in the area, but thankfully no sign of any intelligent life forms.
No, that's wrong. Nopon visit Nightglow Woods all the time.
Yeah, well, like I said, no intelligent life forms have been reported, but it never hurts us.
So insulting Tatsu continues.
Friends patronize Tatsu. Nopon proud and brave people with rich history, you know.
Pipe down, small fry, or I'll make that nickname come true.
And there's another eating Tatsu joke.
Lau's team first. They're already on assignment installing probes in the area. We don't have a fix on the life hold signal, just a general direction. See if they've got more info.
Got it.
So our first job is to meet Lau, who's with a team installing probes in the sort of the edge of Primordia towards Noctilum. I've already run over there in the last episode and planted a probe, so I can fast travel there. Now it says that Lau's team's installing probes. There's never any evidence of that. You can't fast travel to his probes. You don't see his probes except in the cutscene we're about to have. Yeah, the only probes you can ever interact with or see outside of cutscenes are the ones you plant. Anyway, here's Lau and his team.
Hey, hey, look who it is.
As I commented earlier, when you see a probe installed in the cutscene, it's almost always with a skull.
Your friends? Where's Danny and Boris?
Doesn't make much sense how we just install them by mashing the A button with no sign of any machinery.
We had a bad run-in with a powerful indigen. They didn't make it.
This is where you hear that Elmer's previous team members are dead,
Look, I'm sorry.
which is why there was room for you.
It's okay.
And what's up with this onion thing? You using it for rations or something?
And then another lame eating Tatsu joke.
Even distinguished people with long history on Mira.
It talks. Where'd you find this thing?
Rescued him. He was about to become lunch for some prone, these hostile Xenos we ran into. He's agreed to serve as our guide here.
Wow. Okay. And you? What's your story? Are you really as young as you look?
Sure am. 13 years old inside and out. I'm Lin Lee Koo.
Well, hello, Lin Koo. You must be something to be able to make Elma's team at 13. All right. What about you? I'm Lao Huang.
Oh, just play along.
Pathfinder Team Belisarda. Good to meet you. You got
Team Belisarda.
But they seem capable enough.
I chose them personally.
I figured.
The camera angle for this cutscene is very odd at
I
times.
heard Nelson's whole team got wiped out by some nasty new Xenos. Is that true?
Yeah, those prone
In general, the cutscenes in Xenoblade X
but their tech certainly seemed
aren't
advanced
great.
enough.
The ones with combat in they're pretty awesome, but the other ones are a bit disappointing. But as I said earlier, really the story isn't what you should play this game for. If you're looking for a game purely for story and sort of incredible scripted scenes,
Yeah. This is the first I've heard of it.
find something else or watch a movie or
Bumped
read a
into another
book.
Team and they didn't mention it either.
Just not what this game does.
I see. All right.
The story's there, it's alright, but it doesn't deserve any
No
awards.
such luck, huh? Well, thanks anyway.
The combat system, on the other hand, and the world they've given us to explore, those are deserving of awards.
Hey, hold up. Mind if I tag along?
But your assignment?
We're more or less done here. We just need to report back.
Well, until you do, you're not done here.
Oh, give me a break, Elma. The rest of my crew can handle the paperwork. We're talking about a piece of the life hold here. I've never even seen one. That's way more important. And besides, you might need the help. Finding it or handling the indigents that get in your way. Now, come on.
So Lau asks to come with us, and it's up to me if I want to bring him. So there's a comment here on making sure you make the most of what you get out of Frontier Nav with Moranium. Oh, and Lynn gives you some Moranium at this point. And then, yeah, Lau signs up his two signature arts, Afterburner and Balance Breaker. I'm not sure about Balance Breaker, but Afterburner is an incredible move. It's one of a short list of arts that can be buffed and powered up to the point that it can one-shot super bosses. So yeah, with the right gear, that Afterburner can take down. There's one enemy in the game that you can't make it kill in one shot, and it could do that one in about 4 shots. There's nothing that can one-shot that enemy that I'm aware of. But yeah, anything else. So yeah, it's definitely worth learning his arts. But you actually are forced to, as you have to do his affinity missions later. So at this point, I can choose to take him with me or not. I actually am going to bring him, which means I'll be leaving Gwyn behind. Last time I did this, I took Gwyn instead, but this time I'll take Lau. I'll just check. I've got 5,600 Moranium, which means I will max out very soon. So I'm actually going to go back and turn in some Moranium. So just a quick fast travel back to the NLA to give some Moranium to some of the arms manufacturers, which is something you should do regularly while playing the game. because Lynn had just given me some, which took me close to being full. So let's do this. So you manage arms manufacturers. Sakuraba and Granada at the moment. So investing in arms manufacturers makes them produce more gear. I'm just going to put everything into Sakuraba for now. Might invest in Granada next time. I should have actually gone into Noctilum probably before doing that, then I could fast travel back to Noctilum. As is, I'm going to have to fast travel back to the edge of Primordia, then run into Noctilum. So, here's Lau's team. They won't actually talk to you now. I guess the game doesn't expect you to turn back after taking Lau or not, so they're just an artifact at this point. They disappear later on after the chapter's complete, so they show up in other places. But now we run into Noctilum. There's no loading time for going between areas. The only loading time is basically when you fast travel or when you go in and out of the Blade Barracks. So on arriving in Noctilum, you might get a little bit nervous as there are level 30s everywhere. This is intentional. In this game, we are exploring a hostile alien planet. It is not friendly. You just have to stay away from the level 30s. There are also weak enemies around that you can fight if you want to. Now, can I get that to max? There we go. To do the highest damage, you want both the secondary cooldown finished and to be hitting a soul voice. No, to be honest, we're not going to do much damage with anything at this stage in the game. So yeah. So I'll finish this off by doing that into that. So stream mesh boosted damage in ranged combos, and ranged combo means you do a ranged arch straight before it. It's just a base camp. I could change the time there if I wanted to. I don't want to at the moment. I just want to run along this way, I think. So yeah, here you see the low level enemies, so this is the path of sorts. So there are high level enemies all around. You do have to be very careful in this area. I'm not going to try running from this guy, let's just kill it. Another one of the same that I just fought. Ah, it's annoying. Let's see if I can finish it with a non... No. So without letting the secondary charge, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. The secondary cooldowns on arts that... so not all arts do bonus damage for having their secondary cooldown finished. Basically, a damage art will either do a bonus damage, or it will let you, or the secondary just means you can do it again straight away after using it. But the ones that do bonus damage, it's literally they do double damage. It's not. It's added independent of any other multiplier or the like, any other buff. It's just ×2 on the end of the damage formula. So it's pretty massive, letting those secondaries finish. So over here there is a red question mark, so that's a guy with a quest for me, which I will pick up, because I don't want to come back to this exact spot to find him later. There are lots of yellow boxes around that I would want to find later on. And so he was in the middle of some kind of outfitter mission. They were testing a new weapon and his scales being broken, so they got ambushed by powerful enemies or something like that. Apparently the chief engineer of Sakuraba, one of our arms manufacturers, is involved in the mission. Anyway, at this point I need to go over this way. Oh. I'm not going to run away from this enemy. I am, however, going to target on here. So that was a ranged combo into a secondary stream edge, which did quite a lot of damage there. Wasn't quite enough to finish him, but it was close.
Nice work.
Busted leg wear means it would drop something, but I haven't unlocked the right arms manufacturer. Either that, or it might be I haven't leveled up the right arms manufacturer. It might be its Granada. But anyway, there's a strange nest here. It's the same if you get busted gear of any kind, that you need to either unlock or level up an arms manufacturer that you haven't yet done in order to not get busted gear. Oh, I didn't go behind for backslash, that's not going to do much damage, that was disappointing. I'm not going to go for the stream edge finish, as he's nearly dead anyway, and I don't want to burn my TP. Dear, more busted leg wear, that's disappointing. I might actually, I'm thinking about it, I might actually not unlock all the arms manufacturers on this playthrough. There's a theory that because enemies that drop weapons can drop weapons from all the arms manufacturers. There's a theory that if you want to get gear from particular arms manufacturers, it's easier if you haven't unlocked as many. So I may see if that works actually. I may refrain from unlocking some of the optional ones for as long as possible to see if I've got better odds of getting certain gear. We'll see, we'll see. I'd potentially have to leave it quite a while. Anyway, I'm looking, there's going to be a probe around here somewhere, so I'm just sort of heading slowly into Noctilum, exploring a little bit. Oh, there's a tyrant up there. Probably a bit out of my league at the moment, maybe not. I might be able to take it. It's level 11, I'm level 12, and it's not particularly big. So it's probably just about doable. But I don't really have any good combat techniques at this point, because I'm still quite new to my class. So anyway, there's that probe planted. I'll now head up this tree across the river. I'm just sort of heading deeper and deeper into Noctilum is the main aim at the moment. And this is the route both for the mission I've been given and for the story chapter. So here is quite a large tyrant, which I do kind of feel like taking on. I'm not sure. No, it would murder me. I'm not going to do it. Discovered the landmark, the old dragon tail tree, which is nice. Gonna run up that landmark, I think. So it's a weirdly curved tree that looks like I guess a curved dragon tail. The in-game explanation for location names is that the people here are naming everything they encounter, giving it names drawn from their own ideas, I suppose. So something like a dragon tail tree makes sense even without you encountering dragons, because humans could name it that. And I think I can take this guy. He's quite small. I'm going to start with an aura. For tougher enemies, always bring in an aura. I'm going to use that for the soul voice bonus, even though it's not going to do much damage as it was only primary. Now let's get my swords out to start charging the secondaries on my two sword arts. And let's catch that soul voice from Lao. In general, just catching soul voices is normally a good strategy much of the time. So here I'm going to be able to do the backslash at secondary, followed by a sliding slinger into a secondary stream edge, which is quite a powerful little combo there. It's not great, but... My aura went down. And let's redo it. Let's try and charge my... I'm going to ignore that soul voice intentionally because I want to get my stream edge charged again before I use sliding slinger, which might have been a bit dangerous because I didn't get the healing I could have got. But then I got 2 green soul voices to catch, which helped a little bit, though not great. But this should be the kill. And there's someone else that's joined the fight. I'm not going to bother charging my secondaries here because it's almost dead. Oh, and another guy came at us. So the awesome Tyrant music is still playing because the fight's not over, even though the Tyrant's dead. Once the Tyrant theme has started, the only way to end it is to override it with the Overdrive theme, which you will hear later. Quite a lot later.
Nice. Depends if Tatsu can make it or not. You know what I mean.
Apparently I've acquired a skill. So I'll check that out. I don't think it's going to be anything particularly useful at this stage. Background noise, so it boosts damage from behind. I don't want to spend my BP on that. So I'll leave it on what I'm on. Let's just quickly check my arts. I don't have any more arts available yet, still these 5. I'm very much looking forward to learning Shadowrunner, which is at my next rank. Side slash is also very good, but I need to max the class and go on to the next one for that. So Blood Sacrifice I'm particularly looking forward to, but that's a while off. Blood Sacrifice combined with Shadowrunner is a pretty potent combo, which I will show off quite a bit later on. But for now there's not much more I can play with there, so let's carry on. Somewhere around here is the target for the mission. As you can see, the little yellow flare on the map. I think it's higher up, so I'm going to get climbing and hopefully spot it. I'm not sure, it might not be higher, might be going wrong climbing here. Maybe I just need to run forward instead. Rust Lake, that was the area that I was sent to. And here is a broken scale, which I think is the mission objective. So now my next objective for this mission is to talk to Gigio in the whale's nostril, which is not where we first found him. You see it says there that it's the whale's nostril. When we spoke to him before, I sort of hurried through it rather quickly, but he said he was going to run and hide. He was going to find a cave to hide in, so the cave he's gone to hide in is the whale's nostril, which is conveniently marked on our map. So I think it's this way. But anyway, we've now entered a cutscene that's relating to the story chapter.
Friends will climb big, rocky mountain? But how? Tatsu has tiny feet, stubby, flimsy limbs.
No spine either. But the turnip does have a point. I don't think there's any way we could scale those cliffs.
Agreed. We'll need to take a detour. Let's try going around that way.
So I'm now going to take a detour, not back the way we came, on a bit and round to the right, I think is the way that they send you. This is the way I think we need to go. If I haven't got this wrong. If I've got this right, we should be coming to a drop with a lake. Yes. Now I'm trying to decide whether I do this or not. I'm not going to. Oh dear. I'm going to run. Because that level 37 would murder me.
Congested. One more shot.
Okay. So down here, actually I am going to do it. I'm going to do it for fun. So almost every beginner in this game gets to here and jumps off here. They run off by mistake or they jump off because they think it looks interesting down here. They swim out over this way. And I'm wondering if I can manage this or not. Because they think this looks like an interesting treasure to investigate.
Science is about to become a liability.
But it's a level 60 tyrant. And some people survive by swimming away really fast. Which I did on my first playthrough. I just, there we go. I managed to swim out of its aggro zone. It only fights you in a small area, it doesn't move. So if you swim fast enough, you survive. But yeah, most new players die there. If you stop for even a moment and don't just swim straight away, you are dead. Most players of the game who keep playing manage to die to that thing twice, actually, believe it or not. The reason for the second death is that they go back and try and take it on later when they're not ready. It's tougher than you might think for a level 60. So anyway, we should be coming. If we hadn't jumped off there, we'd be going down this path in the opposite direction. We're coming down here from the other way, but we didn't actually need to go down there. It's just most players do. So I thought I'd show off encountering and surviving go-rha, the guardian deity, also known of as go-rha, the killer of all noobs, basically. So anyway, before I jumped off, I was. Where was I? Where did I jump off from? Just trying to get back to where I was now. So I think I might have accidentally avoided going through the cave. I'm just going to run. I don't want to fight right now. Just trying to work out where I was. I'm trying to, because I wasn't really planning on doing that, but I felt like it. So yeah, I think the cave where I need to meet the chap is in here. So if you don't jump off the cliff, I think you come to the opposite end of this cave. I think. Could be wrong. Either way, you get to this cave by going down that path I was on until I jumped off. But I think you end up on the other side of it. The path is covered in flowers that are all level 30, but you can run fast enough that they don't get you. You sort of run away from one at the start. So anyway, here's the chap we're looking for, and he's now scared of a little animal, so we're going to kill this.
Not what I was looking for.
When I was writing my my FAQ for the start of the game, I, as best as I could, ran from almost every single fight, and in that one I found this fight quite difficult, having run from almost everything prior to it. I did it, but it certainly wasn't easy. And I seem to be finding it difficult now as well. But, there we go. So, there we go. That'll do a lot of damage. I use Sliding Slinger into a stream edge, hitting Elmer's soul voice. Anyway, so, the guy we need is just run off this way. I can't even see what's aggroed me here. Oh, it's this blatter. I'm just going to kill it. It's quicker than running away, I think. do my sliding slinger into Stream Edge again, which just does so much damage at this stage. Well, I say so much damage. It doesn't quite one-shot things, so it's clearly it's not loads of damage. But for this stage in the game, it's a lot. If I'd leveled them up a bit more, it'd be even more. But I don't want to do that, so I want to save the BP for other things. You can spend a lot more BP than I'm spending and be fine. I'm just a bit of a perfectionist.
Nice work.
There we go. And here is Gigio. Anyway, so as a reward, he gives us an adhesive bandage and some money and a bit of experience. Anyway, so he's heading home, and we're back onto the main mission now, I suppose. Yeah, if I hadn't jumped off the cliff, I would have come into the cave from the opposite side and effectively run through it, which is the route you have to go if you don't jump off the cliff, I think. But now we'll just grab this yellow box, then carry on out of the cave. I've got me a blade level up, that's good. I could at this point then return to NLA and increase my mechanical to level 3, but I don't think I'm going to right now, just because that'd be a bit tedious. Trying to work out the way out. Oh, there's a tyrant there. I'm trying to think if I can take it. I could take the tyrant, but could I take all the guys around it at the same time? I don't think I can, if I'm honest. So I'm going to leave that tyrant be for now. I might be able to, but I just it's a bit odd. I'm used to being incredibly overpowered, and I'm just not. Yeah, because it's the start of the game. If you've watched a few of my videos from my other file, you might have seen that you might see quite what I mean when I say I'm used to being overpowered. Oh wow, so these guys keep summoning each other, I think. Elma using Stream Edge, but she didn't, I don't think it was secondary, and I don't think she comboed into it from a ranged dart, so it didn't do as much damage as it can do.
Nice work.
Anyway, there we go. That's the thing down, and now I'll take this yellow box and work out which way out of the cave it is I need. I think here we go. Yeah. So hopefully. Oh no, it's not. Though this is a scenic viewpoint, so I'm glad I found it. But this is the way into the cave. This is the way into the cave. So what I've actually done is I've doubled back on myself by mistake. So this is where I would have come in if I hadn't jumped off the cliff. I would have run in, I would have found Gigio, and I would have carried on to the other end of the cave, which is the way I came in instead, having jumped off the cliff. So I think I came in. Did I come in here? Yeah. So this is where I came in. So it's not quite. No. So Gigio's sort of in the middle of the cave, whereas the two exits that are relevant for the story progress are sort of practically right next to each other. I do not want to fight that level 13 Hermit Tech Tinsula. I just want to run. So my next point of order will be to go to this beam of light over here. So if you want to, having jumped off the cliff, you don't have to. So that thing there is another level 13 Hermit Tech Tinsula. Having jumped off the cliff, you don't have to go in the cave at all, but you do if you want to find Gigio and complete that little mission. So those flowers will also attack me, which I don't want. I want to plant this beam of light, which you can do during a fight as long as you don't get attacked while planting, which I managed. So I planted the probe. Oh, I don't want to get near that one. That big flower in the lake there, I think, is a tyrant. And probably be out of my league at the moment. So I'm just going to run some more. There we go, out of the fight. That's good. 100 on peaks. So now if I go left down this way, there should be a yellow box if I remember rightly. View to the left here is really quite nice. It's better during the day. There's another sign of another shot of go-rha the noob killer down to the left. The music in Noctilum is also really nice. Yeah, go-rha the noob killer. Go-rha the guardian deity is his proper name, but noob killer is definitely his earned title, as almost everyone dies to him. I have the rare distinction of having never been killed by him, as far as I'm aware. Despite even having tempted fate with my little trip earlier. I'm still going to run from that level 13 because I just don't think I've quite got what it takes. And I don't think I've got what it takes for this one here either. I might be able to. I might. But I just don't think so. It is annoying sometimes quite how far you have to run to get things to unaggro. But, yeah, here we go.
That's right.
I'm certainly not going to take on that level 33. I don't need to go this way at all, but there's a yellow box here and I want it. Mining probe G2. Anyway, so up that way to the north is a larger part of Noctilum. Noctilum's sort of in two parts. There's a bridge linking them. And the part up that way, across the bridge, is a much bigger area, which I will visit later on. For now, I'm going to double back the way I've just come. And try to avoid fighting all these enemies. But I don't want to jump off the cliff here either. So anyway, I climb back up, and now I'll run this way. Back through the little base camp.
Really?
And hopefully they'll stop aggroing me. Anyway, you run past the base camp and then you sort of double back, I think it is. So there's base camp there, and then yeah, the path continues down this way. Yeah. Yeah. Spear Insidia. These guys are fast runners, so I don't think I can run from them. I want to let my secondaries charge, so I'm not responding to the soul voice. If you're wondering me ignoring it. Let's charge my sliding slinger secondary. And then let's start my combo. That I like so much.
Nice work.
And there's a probe down here which I'll be planting. How close am I to going up a class level? Not far at all, in fact. One or two more fights and I'll do it.
Friends, hold up. Something coming ahead.
So this is quite a funny one. You can either stand in front of Lynn or stand behind Lynn. Now remembering that Lynn is the 13-year-old girl, I'm going to go for standing behind Lynn. We're worried there's a threat. Let's hide behind the 13-year-old girl.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
But the funny thing is, if you stand in front of her instead, like pretend you're defending her, you get insulted for it. Whereas you get praised for hiding behind her.
We would never associate with those savages.
Who are you?
Ah, yes, 1,000 pardons. We are called El Seruf, or just El, if you please.
Like the proud no-pawn among you, we have inhabited this planet since times of antiquity.
Anyway, so now we meet Elle.
A friend knows about no-pawn people?
Yes, yes, of course. No-pawn purchase my wares quite often, you know. They're excellent.
And this is a rather lame talking cutscene.
I think you mean customers.
So, Mr.
Though Elle makes everything better.
Just Elle, and yes, such a nice, quiet world. The wildlife and insects are also docile, such gentle dispositions.
Are you kidding me? They attack us all the time.
Well, the creatures here are hungry, yes, granted.
Gentle disposition my butt.
It's just...
What?
Well, who can blame them with all the commotion here as of late? Not that we're pointing our fingers at you, mind. No, it's those prone sons of bastards.
Yeah, we're not their biggest fans either.
We loathe them. They have ruined our once peaceful life here. Ruined! They are all, how should we say, ass caves.
Close enough. By the way, Elle, you seem to speak our language quite fluently.
Well, yeah, most of the time.
We owe it all to that wreckage back there. What a treasure trove. Especially the data terminal we found inside. It is the ultimate portable snack for satisfying our insatiable curiosity.
Wreckage back there? You think that's our piece
So
of
Elle has found
Certainly sounds
the
like
piece of the life hold we're looking for.
Can we take a look at this terminal you found?
Of course, of course.
Thanks. Lynn, see what you can make of it.
On it. Okay, yep. This is library data.
Let me see. Huh, so it is. The unit Elle stumbled upon must be part of the Lifehold's archives.
So, not the core then.
The entire ship was torn to bits when we came down. The odds of any single piece of Lifehold being the core aren't very high.
Yeah, I guess not.
Now, Lynn, don't be glum. The Lifehold archives...
So we haven't found the core that we're looking for,
human knowledge. This is still a really big find.
but we might find the sum total of all human knowledge, which sounds pretty impressive.
Yeah, you're right.
Now might not be a good time.
Why not?
Why else? The ass caves. We just came from there, and prone are all over the wreckage.
What?
Uh-oh.
Elle's vocabulary is an interesting thing.
Apologies we didn't mention it before. We assumed you'd abandoned it. Allow us to show you the way. After all, as you say, too many heads are better than none, right?
Close enough.
So let's plant the probe. Let's see how much uranium I have. 2,900, it's not that close to being full. Lambert the Divine Wind. This is quite an easy tyrant. If for some reason you wanted to grind at this stage in the game, this is a great grinding spot. Probably the first good grinding spot in the game. In that it's just quite a weak tyrant. It gives you quite a lot of EXP for what he is. And it's quite easy to kill him a few times.
Alright, I'm ready to unload on you. I gotta get this going. First down!
Upper hand! Shadow
Got it. Let's crack some more. Balance breaker!
side flash!
Alright, I'm ready to unload.
Looks like I'm quite close to getting Shadowrunner, which I'm looking forward to having. If I set it up right with Shadowrunner, my Stream Edge will do a stack more damage than it does at the moment.
Now tackle it up close. Archie forward! Opportunity notch. Top of it. I'll take it.
I'm not going to waste TP on an aura at the stage in the battle. Nor am I going to even wait for secondaries.
I'm in trouble. Heal me.
Overdrive blue bonus. If I had overdrive, that'd be great, but I don't. I did, however, get that class up I wanted. So Shadowrunner is something I'll be using for a long time. I'm always tempted to take it above level 3 because it's just so good. 54 BP to take it to level 4. I'm going to leave it at level 3 for now. But I'm going to change up my gear now, so it's time to prep for the boss. So I'm going to stick with the Forerunner's uniform. I've got potential up on my swords. Oh, there's no good guns I can use at all. That's a shame. I'll just take the Humanoid Slayer off of those. Oh, there's no slot on anything here. So nowhere I can put it on myself. Could wear that. Heatwave screen, cooldown reducer, secondary cooldown reducer is not very good. None of those are particularly good. If I had overdrive, that would be amazing. But I don't. You don't get overdrive till a bit later in the game. Nothing good there either. Okay. So I think I'm wearing the best I can. Unless there's a better helmet for me. Ooh, potential up or appendage crusher, that's a question. Potential up 2, resist stun and a slot. Appendage crusher is probably better. Is there anything to put in this? Now that's nice. Potential up 3 on there. Anything to put in there, heavy rain screen. Won't really do anything, but I may as well. Okay, potential is the stat used for damage done by stream edge. So that shield is just better. There's nothing to put there. Resistances you really need for this fight are electric and beam. So that prototype Scouter with its 30 electric resistance is great. Oh wow. Lau's minuses on all those resistances are a disaster. He will he will just die with that. So I'm going to have to give him the advanced survival specs. Oh yeah, this gear is all really bad. So we'll give him the limited swimsuit top. Worn survival glove. And what else? even the busted leg wear being an improvement over what he's got. But I'll give him the advanced survival footwear. I'm then going to, as fashion gear, give him all his own stuff back. I don't like seeing people wear weird helmets. You can put on the don't display headgear option, which just turns off all helmets so that you can see people's faces. Oh, that's interesting. I picked the one that had beam resistance, didn't I? Yeah. So I like seeing some level of headgear. I'll give him the warm combat visor. Elma's got some good resistances. Let's give her the glasses for a little bit extra. I could put someone in Lynn's armour, as it's actually better than a lot of what we're wearing, but I'm not going to. I am going to play with people's arts a bit at this point as well. So Elma has Shadowrunner and Early Bird. Don't want that. She's also got Stream Edge, which she just won't use right. I'm tempted to give her no TP arts at all, because I just know she'll use them wrongly. Or maybe I'll give her Stream Edge only. Stream Edge and Shadowrunner is good. It might be better to give her Early Bird so she survives. She might die otherwise. So Early Bird gives evasion, whereas Shadowrunner powers up your Stream Edge and stops you getting aggroed in the first place, but that's no good during a boss fight, as far as I know. Shadow Strike is probably a good move for her, I don't know. Stream Edge better if I was controlling her, but the TP requirement's a pain. I'm not going to put too much into Elma at the moment. I don't really like any of her moves that much. So Trash Talk, we've already got level 3. Wild Down's very important. Iron Prison for keeping alive. Iron Prison or Super Shield? Iron Prison is really good. I'm not sure it's good enough. And Bullet Storm to give some TP back. It's easier to stay alive with Super Shield, so I'm going to try that. Just take a few random moves up to level 2, because it doesn't take very much to do that. What's Lau got? So Eagle Eye, which boosts the whole party's range damage. Balance Breaker, Stagger, Arcing Horn, Shrapnel, First Down. First Down is amazing in this. If he knows what he's doing, Arcing Horn into Balance Breaker into First Down is a topple combo that is very good. Shrapnel's very good. Eagle Eye's very good. Lau's just very, very good at this stage in the game. And let's look at skills. Elma. Well, all she's got is Agile Gunslinger, so I best put that on her. Lau doesn't have any. Lynn has Steel Flesh and Mighty Muscle. Steel Flesh I'll boost to level 3. Gives her extra HP, which we want on our tank. I'm hoping this will work now. So there's a yellow box up here. Nope, round the side. The key plan here then is to use. So as I upgraded Shadowrunner, my key plan is going to be Shadowrunner to boost up my stream edge to do crazy damage. I'm not sure if it's a good idea because it's not a very defensive strategy. But here we go. Let's take on the next boss. So with the previous boss, my big plan was recuperate and chrome armor. Whereas here, so here are the prone blowing up the Lifehold library unit.
Destroy everything they see?
Yeah, so my previous plan, it was a very defensive strategy of recuperate for regen with combined with chrome armor to reduce some of the damage I was taking. Whereas this time, I'm basically planning on going in all guns blazing.
Let's go.
There's a high chance I'll die here, a very high chance. I've always found this boss a little bit tricky, as I have a tendency to not prepare so well for it, to be honest. How am I going to do this then? I'm going to let...
All or nothing. Now tackle it.
Is my aura still going? It is. So I switched target there, which normally isn't a good idea, but I just knew that the attack I was about to do was going to do so much more damage than the enemy had life, and I didn't want to waste it. But
All or nothing. All right, I'm ready to unload on this part of the night.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle.
I don't want to do that now. We're already about to win. Just hoping that Elmer gets healed a little bit. Okay, so Elmer's a little bit better there. So we did that part all right.
Mistress go-rha, these are Earth beings.
Well.
I think.
Really is believing, isn't it? Who would have thought?
I think there've been a few memes about this scene. So we see this the Lifehold archive unit we were looking for blow up, and then this inappropriately dressed alien walks towards us. So the fight we've just had wasn't the real thing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say about this scene. I just sort of try and ignore this, but the fight we just had isn't the real boss. Here we go. This is about to happen now. I think I'm going to take a defensive strategy for the start of this if I can. So I might start with.
She's not a pro. They're working together.
Start with, I think it's Early Bird, my other aura for evasion.
Why do you hate us?
Hate. Human extinction is duty. Our duty is gangrene.
Ganglion. So that's what you call yourselves?
Indeed. Humanity is a blight.
I don't understand why video games have costumes like that
Our job
Goetti is wearing.
Humanity is here in peace.
It's just not practical or feasible. You just wouldn't wear something like that in combat.
is that what you call
But anyway.
so pretty? Your language, your technology
Anyway, so they've said their duty is to exterminate humans.
must be purged. This is our calling as Gangly, the cause of the righteous.
Then you'll forgive us for defending ourselves against your righteous cause.
Well, this should at least be more entertaining than stamping out the lives of your sleeping brethren.
It's never actually explained. She says stamping out lives of sleeping brethren. It's never explained if the like archive units have people in there. I thought the thought was they didn't, but maybe they do.
Consider this an official
I have to stay in this. Help me!
So the hope is to I'm stunned, which is quite a problem. I need to get some more TP quickly because any moment Lynn's going to go down and I need to be ready to revive her, or we'll have quite a problem. Where is Lynn? She's down and we need her back up.
I need some heals here. I'll give you everything I've got. First down! Arcing horn! That's breaking point.
Violent streak!
I'm on it. I think I hit my limit. Heal me first. Shrapnel! I need
I
healing.
should heal up first. Side slash.
Arcing horn! Now, follow with a real bone crusher.
Now, my turn.
I need some healing.
Doing this without our tank alive is quite problematic.
Move in and do some damage.
All or nothing.
Scream ahead!
That's great gas. Now tackle it up close.
My forte, but if you insist.
Side slash.
Balance breaker!
I'm hoping what I'm going to be able to do is pretty much one-shot Goetia with
I'm punching a hole. I need some heals here.
question is, do I bring back Lynn or do I go for just murdering Goetia? I'm going to try and just murder Goetia, particularly if I can do this. I overestimated what he would do, particularly as I wasn't targeting an appendage for... it doesn't seem to be an appendage I can target, in fact, which is a shame. And I just did that from the front, which was a real waste.
Lightning slinger. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Now it's my turn.
Arcing horn. First down.
I can't move.
Hey, I need some heals here. I'll give you everything I've got. Right.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle.
Balance breaker.
Not going to use an aura
Side slash.
because I'm trying to fill my TP for.
I'm punching a hole in you. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Because I want to be able to revive Lynn.
All right. I'm ready to unload on him. Get up.
Thank you.
To the right.
Arcing
horn.
Side slash.
Balance breaker.
I'm not gonna make it.
Lightning slinger.
Upper hand.
Yes. Now tackle it up close.
So I think I'm going to do this. That might be me speaking too soon. That wasn't good.
Looks like I'm just pretty bad. First. Let's pack some more.
Back off while I freshen up.
What lay into it?
Watch your step.
It's in your hands now. Strike and strike hard.
Now Lynn might be able to bring me back up. She just needs to land one more hit. And then she'll have 3000 TP and be able to do a revive.
We can do this.
Attack from range. Follow me.
I've got your cover fire.
Oh, you've got me. Death!
Lightning slinger. Yeah. Tackle it up close.
Watch me later.
I'll run you through.
Problem is, she does a lot of electric damage.
Yourself up first.
They just don't seem to be well equipped to deal with this. Okay, Lynn's got the aggro. I'm hoping that I can take her down now
Let's wake him up.
with
Dare die without my permission.
Balance breaker.
Cover fire.
Looks like we'll have to bust our way out of this.
Words.
First down.
Lost my touch.
oh, that was very close. It was a very close fight. It's quite a tricky boss, this one. I think a lot of people find this one very hard.
Wretched little primates. You don't know when to quit, do you? This isn't over.
So I thought there was a good chance of losing that. But by a whisker, we did it.
Cleansed.
A flying scale arrives to rescue her. Technology beyond what we have at the moment. So at the moment we don't have flying scales. Our scales are ground only.
A well-fought victory indeed. Such a shame it cannot bring back that which was lost to you. But this is spilled milk over the dam now.
I just don't get it. What do they have against humans?
I'm not sure how they wound up on Mira, but you saw the mech. That is definitely them.
Who?
The aliens that destroyed Earth. The ganglion were among them.
What?
It wasn't just them, of course. They were definitely one of the forces involved in that battle. I'm absolutely positive now. That Skell-like mech we just saw? Check it against the NLA records and I'm pretty sure it'll come back with a perfect match. Anyway, we really appreciate all your help here, Elle. But we need to be heading back now.
Not at all. We only wish we could have done more.
I wish we could compensate you somehow. But honestly, there's nothing left for us to give.
Compensate, you say? How about allowing us to accompany you back to your city?
You want to come back to New LA? Why exactly?
Well, treasure trove was destroyed. Without the archives, we're afraid our thirst for knowledge cannot be quenched. What an entire Earth city to explore. Such an experience would provide compensation.
So Elle just always wants to learn and discover new things.
Hey.
What do you think, Rook? Yeah, we're not like
I'm going to say he's fine.
We want to live in harmony with all the other species here.
Then it's settled. Excellent. Let's be off. The early worm is for the birds.
Right, let's start heading back. We should report to the command.
The irony with that one, well, Elle gets all of his statements wrong, but that one, the early worm is for the birds. Obviously meant to be the early bird catches the worm. If the early worm is for the birds, you don't want to be the early worm. But anyway, now if I remember rightly, somewhere at the back here, there's a little path I can follow that's worth running down.
It didn't have to be like
Is
this.
it here?
Strike first and strike hard.
Here in Sibia.
If you insist. Appreciate it.
Off balance.
wasn't doing as much damage to Goetia as I wanted to, because one of my key power-ups is those appendage crushers, but they only work when you're locked onto an appendage. You see the little rings that can appear on certain spots. I seem to have broken the only ones I can target on this one now, so I'm not locked onto one anymore. And with Goetia, I couldn't manage to find an appendage to lock onto, so I just couldn't do as much damage as I can to some things. So this path I'm following is full of these Insidias. And here we go. And that was on an appendage without the Shadowrunner buff. If you get both, it'll do quite a lot. Rank 7 there now. So here we go. Here's a little path I wanted to find with a yellow box that hopefully I can open. Yes. Just needed mechanical level 2, which I had. And that's a mining probe G7, which is a very good thing to have. And over there is a probe spot that I would like to plant. So I'm hoping I can do that without dying, because there's a lot of high level enemies around here. Like those. There's level 30s up there, which I wouldn't stand a chance against, and this one too. So I need to swim this way to run away from the Scorpio, whilst I haven't had that little type of fight in a long time since I was new to the game. Running away from one enemy, and there's the high level tyrant, and that song Uncontrollable kicks in and you know you're dead. Okay, I won't plant that probe for now then. To finish the mission I need to go back to NLA, so I will do that. Yeah, trying to plant probes in between level 30 enemies, you can do it, but it's not the easiest, and on this occasion it's not going to work. So yeah, we'll fast travel back to NLA to hand in the mission. Effectively, well, you come to Blade Tower to report what you found. A lot of the story chapters end this way. They're story missions or chapters.
Either you picked up
So L is very tall.
or someone's been holding their breath too long.
This is Elle. We
As you
met
see
at
in this shot.
We are El Sirif, if it please you. This planet has been our home since days of yore.
Oh, a long-time resident?
That's why we brought him back. His knowledge could prove invaluable. I'd like to request permission for him to stay in New LA.
We can't allow just anyone to waltz into our city on a whim. How much do we know about him?
I know enough. Enough to say that we can trust him.
All Mirren natives are good, honest folk.
Yes, Tatsu, yes. Anyway, Elma, you do seem quite sure of yourself. All right, I'll share the responsibility. He can stay. If that's acceptable, Mr. Director General?
If you're both certain, so be it.
Many thanks, good sirs. Truly, we are walking on the 9th cloud of 7th heaven. Please call us.
So L has theoretically studied humanity from that library unit before it's destroyed. But
What happened with the Lifehold unit?
got a lot of things wrong. Like how Elmer tells people not to call her Colonel, but it seems everyone does, even the Director General.
No. We confirmed it was one of the archive units. Unit number 07.
07? That would be the LC repository, wouldn't it?
One of 3, but yes. The entirety of the Library of Congress archives. As I recall, The data was stored on units 07 through 09.
Well, thank God it wasn't the core. This situation could have been a lot worse.
I wonder. The LC archives contained nearly every published work in mankind's history. It's not like it's just a bunch of random books and manuscripts, you know. It's a history of human thought, a record of opinions and emotions.
I mean, yeah, sure, but...
So if you stop and consider what it means to lose even a third of that data, it's a cultural and historical loss of catastrophic proportions.
We do have parity data for the archives here. We know which unit was lost, so hopefully we can find some way to restore it.
Let's hope so.
Moving on. These ganglion. You're certain they were involved in the destruction of Earth?
Here, see for yourself. The left shot is from a battle over Beijing. The right from our encounter.
Son of a... Is it possible this is their native planet?
Tatsu told us they aren't from here, and Elle confirmed it. They're recent arrivals. Very recent.
So, either it's one hell of a coincidence, or they followed us.
Considering they appear to be systematically targeting the Lifehold, I'd say that leaves no question they followed us here.
Could they possibly know the purpose of the Lifehold?
Maybe the whole reason we haven't found the core yet is because those scumbags already trashed it.
If so, none of us would be here talking in the first place, would we?
You got a point there.
Some of the conversation here doesn't make much sense for a first-time player.
But we've had several recent Pathfinder reports of Xeno sightings and contact. They may or may not be ganglion. But regardless, I propose we double down on our defenses going forward.
That'll be all, Elma. Please continue hunting for any signs of the Lifehold.
Yes, sir.
Remember, the clock is always ticking. We have to find that unit before it's too late.
So that's the end of chapter 4. Hope you enjoyed it. I thought the boss fight there was a particularly good fun with that near death. Now tells us about the Collectopedia and tells us to wander around NLA for info and suggestion of doing more work on Frontier Nav. And Meredith & Co is now open for business. And here is Elle. It's now available as a party member. So I don't forget next time, I am going to upgrade my field skill because my blade level is up. And am I going to invest Maronium? No, I don't have enough Maronium for it to be worth it yet.
Congrats! Which skill?
So you can now change the lighting inside the barracks and mechanical up.
Hey!
So I'll save, and next time I'll be exploring Mira some more and doing various missions. And probably do some affinity missions, so I'll show some of those for the first time. Hope you all enjoyed this, and that will be it. Signing off.